So tell me, just to start off with, tell the group what y'all do and why you do it.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks, David, for letting us jump on here. I appreciate it. And I started to take notes, but I think it might be easier if do you guys send out the video of this? Because I'd love to have it as far as the recording, just so I can go back and review all that stuff you just talked about, because it was great. But
Yes,
who
we
we
do.
are. Thank you so much. We are the Right Move Senior Resource. Our number one goal and passion is to help families find the appropriate care for their aging loved ones. Part of my catchphrase when I'm talking to people about what we do is I reference financial planners. I say, I think we do a great job of planning for retirement. I think we do a good job of spending time on webinars, learning how to invest our money and things like that. But I don't think we like to address what happens in the last 5 years of life or so, and the care needs that might come up, the decisions you might have to make, the financial implications of those decisions, and just what exactly you do when someone needs more care than what they can provide at home. And so that's who we are at the core. Again, we connect families to care. What are those types of services? The biggest thing we do is placement service. So we help families find the appropriate senior living option. But we also help families find care in the homes, elder care attorneys, VA benefits, Medicaid benefits. Really, we're just kind of a one-stop shop to help connect families to care. And to explain a little bit about the placement side, the biggest thing we do, I'll share a story. And I apologize, I'm the son of a preacher, so I get a little long-winded. I might talk a little bit too much, but I think it's best that I share a story, and I think that'll explain what placement is. So my background was in hospice care, and I was helping out a family, a lady named Mrs. Jones. And part of my job was to meet with families and explain what hospice is, what it did, what services it provided. And while we're sitting there talking about hospice for her husband, who had dementia, her phone was just ringing and ringing. I mean, I'm telling 15 times in a 5-minute conversation, her phone rang. And finally I said, Mrs. Jones, if you need to stop and answer the phone, you can. And she looked at me and she says, no. She said, I broke down last night. I went online and I searched assisted living and memory care in Cumming, Georgia. And she said, I put my information on there because I've got to find somewhere for him to go. I can't do it anymore. I'm overwhelmed. I'm too old to care for him. I put my information out there, and lo and behold, today, my phone has not stopped ringing the entire time. So I looked at Mrs. Jones. I said, listen, I know these communities. I've been in and out of them with hospice. I know who's doing a good job. I know what they cost. Why don't we get in my car tomorrow? We'll go take a look at 2 or 3 that I think would fit what you guys need. And that's what we did. So I started this business just helping Mrs. Jones fill a need. I later went back and found out how these online lead generator companies get paid, things like that. And that's where I developed the business. We come alongside a family. We understand they need to find senior living. We talk about budget. We talk about care needs. We talk about location. We simplify that list down to a few options, and we go take a look with them and help them make a good decision.